Hey YouTube, my name's TJ and today I want to show you this 48-inch steel lawn roller from Agri-Fab. This is a 650 pound model, and this should help level out any bumps and damage that was done during the winter months. Let's get started. So the tools I use for assembly is to have a block of wood and a rubber mallet. I have two 1/2-inch wrenches and pliers for the cotter pins. Start by opening the box and verifying all your parts and pieces are there. Take a look at the instructions. It should have a list of what parts come with. Lay them out in an orderly fashion. It'll make it easier to pick the pieces when you're assembling. First thing we're going to assemble is the plastic bearings into the hitch tubes. When you grab these, make sure that the flange on the plastic bearing is on the outside of the hitch tubes. I use a block of wood and a rubber mallet to lightly pound these in place. Do that for both sides. Next, grab the two big flat washers and cotter pins. We're going to take these hitch tubes to the roller and we're going to lightly tap these onto the ends of the roller shaft. Once they're in place, put the flat washer on the inside and then your cotter pin through the two pre-drilled holes in the end. Then take your pliers and bend the ends of the cotter pin, securing it in place. Repeat this step on the other side. Next, grab the two shortest bolts of the three that are there, two spacers and two nuts. We're going to take those along with the scraper bar and install them onto the hitch tubes. Place the bolt through the hitch tube, then the spacer bar before putting on the scraper bar and securing it down with the nut. Just do this hand tight. We'll go ahead and secure everything later. Repeat this step on the other side. Next, grab the two longer screws and two more nuts. We're going to bring those over to the ends of the hitch tubes and hand tighten them in place. Next, we'll grab the remaining bolts and hex nuts, grab the two hitch brackets and bring them over to the ends of the hitch tubes. Go ahead and put the bolts through the brackets, and then these are going to go into the middle of the last two bolts that we just put through the hitch tubes. Go ahead and put the nuts on and hand tighten them in place. Finally, it's time to tighten down all the nuts. Take your two 1/2-inch wrenches. We're going to start with the scraper bar. Once that's done, go ahead and move on to the hitch tubes. And then finally tighten down the hitch bracket. Next, we're going to install the water fill hole plugs. These have a twisting handle which adjusts the diameter of the plug to secure it down. I found that adding a lubricant to the rubber of the end of the plug helps slide it in place. Now that everything's tightened down, we're going to take our roller out to our lawn tractor or four-wheeler, whatever you're using, and hook it up to the hitch. Then take your hitch pin and hair cotter pin and go ahead and put it on the end of the hitch bracket. As you can see, I left a little bit of foam on that roller. This just helps protect the surface while I roll it across the driveway until I get it onto the grass. Remove that foam and throw it away. Take your lawn roller over to your hose, preferably on a nice level and even surface. Pull out your plug and insert the hose. Go ahead and turn the hose on and fill up the drum with water. Make sure you're inspecting it for any leaks around the welds or the other side of the fill hole. I would suggest just filling up halfway until you know how well your tractor or whatever you're pulling with will pull that amount of weight. Then go out and test your lawn roller. Now this is best done when the ground is soft, usually after a heavy rain, but not more than a day after. Depending on how bumpy your yard is, you can adjust the amount of water in the drum to add more or less weight until you have a smooth lawn. My initial impression with this roller is pretty good. It pulls very nicely behind the lawnmower, and just with the half amount of weight, I can already notice a difference in how bumpy the lawn is. We'll see how well this thing holds up after doing the entire yard and then in a season or two. So far, just filling it up over halfway. We have no leaks around any of the welds or the fill holes, and it looks pretty good. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.